and it was bread to them. We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper, and that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity and then get butt naked on a cross to die for both you and me. The only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus.
So what do you got, guys? I seen this video up on YouTube. I know it's pretty late. I just want to get up on here and talk a few things about this. You know, the clip that you just pretty much see is this guy named Tim Ross. So he was pretty much just up there, you know, saying that, you know, God being a stripper and different things like that. And I'm just like, man, people are so boldly just coming out and just saying all types of stuff. And then when he will start to receive all types of backlash of what he just said, then, you know, it's always like them one people that be out there in the industry where they go back to their media and be like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. I was just trying to make it a certain example. I was trying to make a certain point. But when you say that Jesus is the only one and calling him a stripper at the same time, that's completely disrespectful. And we're just living in a time, man, where these big people, these big mega churches, big leaders and stuff, they get up on social media and they just say all types of crazy stuff, but then they want to come back and then say, oh, I didn't mean it that way. Just like the same thing when I done a video about Kurt Franklin. He was like, the lion and lamb will bow down to the goat. And then, you know, I got so many heat for that video. People were talking about, oh, you know, he went back and he apologized and stuff like that, have grace and all this other stuff. I'm just like, man, people are so delusional, and people get so delusional because they look at these people because they have big influence. And I tell you guys, the world wants it the way they don't want the world to be influenced through Jesus Christ. They want the world to be influenced through the world wickedly. That's what they want to do. This is why you see people like me and you know people out there that are really speaking, that are going hard for Christ through social media, getting censored and shadow banned and all these different other things, because they don't want these type of people to have influence, because what they say, you know, truth shall set you free. So if people's come into the knowledge of truth, it's going to set them free. And so when I see things like this, and then y'all seen like towards the, I just added a little bit at the end of the clip where, you know, he was breaking down, kind of like dancing and different things like that, and the music. I don't know. It just, I never thought I would see the day that church would be like this. I just never thought I would see anything like this. Just not having the fear of God. And I believe the fear of God is about to come right back to the house. People are going to really fear him, because people have been coming into God's house, disrespecting, dressing any type of way, saying whatever they want to say, and they're acting the way they want to act. I remember there was a time, man, you couldn't go to church acting the way you want to just act. You know, I remember, my mother, you know, we would sit right next to her and different things like that. We knew better not to act up. We knew not to walk during service when the pastor was talking and preaching and stuff. We knew better than that. We just knew, but the standards has been let down. And this is what church done became a game. A church done became a talent show, almost a whole, you know, got a stage and lights, camera, and action. That's what church has become, especially over here in the United States. So I just want to get up on here and just do this little quick little video to let everybody know y'all need to study y'all got to study the word of God for yourself. You got to know Jesus Christ for yourself, so you know who you listening to. Never put anybody, and I'm talking about anybody, even me, even though I have 3,000 followers and all that stuff, never put me or anybody on a pedestal, because I make mistakes almost every day. I'm not perfect. I'm still working. I'm still trying to get to that place. None of us are not perfect. I don't care if somebody have 3 million followers. It doesn't matter. Never put these type of people on a pedestal. And I think that's where a lot of Christians, that's what they're doing. They're looking up to other Christians that got platforms and stuff, and they're putting them on a pedestal. Do you realize people are not even reading their word no more because they looking up to these big mega preachers and mega pastors and stuff like that? They're not even reading the word like they supposed to. You got to have a relationship with God. You have to have a relationship with God. Anybody that want to search different other things of knowing the truth and stuff like that, I give you advice to search it for yourself. Don't ever take everything that I say. Take whatever I say and go pray to God about it, because I may not be always right every time. I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress. So don't ever put me on a pedestal. I'm just here to really tell somebody about Jesus, because Jesus is the way to go. I don't care about the cancel culture and everything that's trying to come against me. I'm going to continue to speak the word of God, because that's what needs to be spoken in this time. Man, people are looking for realness. People are tired of the fakes. People are really tired. And that's just the time we are living in, where we're going to need a spirit of discernment. But, people like that, they have grace and stuff like that. But when it's somebody that's really speaking truth and telling the truth and really, quote, actually living the life of Jesus Christ, those are the people that they don't have grace on. But they have grace for all these other wicked folks making excuses. I got hit so hard doing a video about Dante Bowe. What I did a couple months back, him party on a party bus. He had t-shirt on, necklace, all this other stuff on, just looked completely worldly. And he was in there and he was jamming out to the music of Bad Bunny. And I'm like, he's jamming out to this stuff and he's putting this stuff on his Instagram. There are babes that maybe that just came into knowing who Jesus Christ was, or just recently got saved. And they're watching your platform and you're bumping all this music, all this wicked music. It can put you in a demonic place. It can take you back to that old place. Music has a strong grip on people. But when I seen it, I'm just like, bro, and I got so much heat. It was like, man, have grace. Oh, he's just struggling. That's not a struggle. That's something that you just want to do. And, and people, and I got heated all in the comments just for calling out, Dante Bowe on that video. I got heat for that. But, you're going to get heat when you tell the truth, when you tell give the real facts and what it really is. People are not going to agree with it. They're going to have a problem with it. But I'm telling you guys need to get in your word. Get in the word of God for yourself. Know Jesus Christ for yourself, so you will know and not be deceived, because people out here are really truly are being deceived. I don't want to be deceived. God don't want nobody being deceived. This is why he tells us to test the spirit. It's okay to test the spirit. I don't care what anybody say. Test the spirit. You better test the spirit. You better know who you surround yourself with, because we are living in a time, man. Stuff is man. I'm just seeing the wickedness just growing by the day. It just don't make no sense of the things that I'm seeing on social media. But I know it's going to continue to increase. But as it increases, God's going to keep showing his goodness. So I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Continue, stay prayed up. Till next time, Jesus Christ's name.